All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Golden Kamuy, Season 3, Episode 6.
Right.
I am so happy.
I am very happy too.
Can't you just see it on my face? Like, never before have I been so satisfied with the sniper portrayal. And we get two.
It's a
at the same
sniper
time.
duel.
And it's between side characters, so that means that the actual
Anything
ramifications of it, who knows?
Anything can happen.
Now, granted, Ogata's not going to die.
Oh, he's not going to die.
But, like, with everything...
He's pulled a fast one on this guy somehow.
But how is the real question?
How? Did he leave? Did he just circle around? Is this something where it's actually him? He's gonna wait for him to make the move.
And given that this guy clued into the thing of, no, that's not actually you there, you haven't moved. Like, Ogata still needs to actually, like, beat him. You know, he's just maybe, you know,
or he
hiding
pieced out, you know.
Sure, yeah. It's no, what are you talking about? No, we just leave. You know, it'll take him long enough to figure it out, but that by then, we'll be gone. Yeah. That would be fantastic. But
but y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay. It is.
I did a thing.
I have a backstory. Shit. He fucked it up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So he covered for his blunder.
Oh, and he took a hit there as well.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
You killed the Tsar.
That's
Fuck.
all right.
An hour. It worked then. I think he just dipped. Oh, Ogata's not back.
Right.
My man did become the White Death. He's buried in the snow somewhere, waiting for him to move in on him.
That would be awesome.
Light comes up. Just the moon
And it's
crashed
just-
through the clouds. Yep. Yeah.
Nice. I think you're right. I think he buried himself in the snow.
That's why he was chewing snow.
Uh-huh.
No fucking way!
Wait, where'd he get the second coat from?
Holy shit.
Or that was him the
He
whole
was
time.
putting snow in his mouth to cover his breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was putting snow in his mouth
Holy shit.
so his breathing was too cold to change.
And
oh,
so
he
that
did!
whole thing was just a gamble that he wouldn't actually take the shot.
Fuck! Holy
my
shit,
God.
Ogata! He did the snow trick!
And but he also remained so perfectly still for an hour that he couldn't tell that was actually
So he probably
him.
fell over because he was numb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I love this.
Oh my god. Fuck!
Wow. Like, both as a way to showcase how extreme what he did was, you know, but also like
His
as a way
character,
to get
the way he's haunted and everything.
Yeah,
God, and these strings playing along with him here.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So he still covered for him there, but
yeah. He wasn't interested, yeah. I knew just casually had a cure for the common cold, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he is possessed by something.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kiraranke's just not doing anything.
Kiraranke's just like,
Yeah.
I can't believe they believed that shit. Music is powerful, yes.
But I love the idea
yep.
that they also might
Dredge
just
it
be
up.
doing it to like be like, we can annoy him. And
Well, right,
he
but
can't actually get mad.
if he has a plus like 104, 105 fever, he's gonna hallucinate the shit out. Yeah, here we
100%.
go. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every time Tsunami is shown.
Come with me.
Yeah. I need to talk to you.
Yeah, wow. Go off, yes! Shiraishi!
Uh-huh. Because
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Fuck.
okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't really be there necessarily if not for them. Well, eh.
殺し合いの末に金塊を見つけて、その先は金塊を使ってさらに殺し合うのか、それとも闇に葬り去るべきなのか。
Fair.
It's a good
Fair.
question.
All right, let's go back to that fateful battle.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Yeah, they have that confidence.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Any superstition or whatever it is gonna help. Yeah.
Yep. I was expecting to hear one final
Yeah,
gunshot.
yeah.
There we go. Oh. Oh, okay.
Right, that wasn't necessarily the mountain charge. That was just a charge because we're taking ground overall. I need the rest of that backstory.
Yeah.
We're getting half a picture here.
聞いたみたいだ。
Maybe he needs to sabotage him in the minds of the other soldiers.
子供の男性器のお守りをあげると言ってるぞ。
どうして俺が時々遊郭に行った後おちんちんが痛くなることを知っているんですか？
いやらしい下品な顔をして。
Kiraranke just smiling like a smug bastard. This show,
Like,
so
talk
fucking
about-
weird. I love it.
Yeah, just...
こちらです優作殿。
Fuck. Too noble to really suspect anything?
ここです。
Whoa.
これですか。
両順に来て誰か一人でもロシア兵を殺しましたか。
Oh.
Yep. Virgin. Yep.
天皇陛下より春秋された軍機の死守が第一と。
騎手であることを言い訳に手を汚したくないのですか。自分は清いままこの戦争をやり過ごすおつもりか。
Damn.
優作殿が殺すのを見てみたい。
できません。敵を殺さないことでお前は偶像となり勇気を与えるのだと。なぜなら誰もが人を殺すことで罪悪感が生じるからだと。
I won't be able to truly inspire
Yeah.
people if I feel like I'm a
Uh-huh.
monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
殺した相手に対する。
I don't feel that
What
at
is
all.
that? What is
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
そんなものみんなあります。
No, they feel happy that they're able to live into the next.
Yeah.
No. Oh, and of course, then he
Oh.
holds him.
Oh.
決してそんな人じゃない。
No, I am that kind of person. That is damn. And then. Yep, it's a little bit of friendly fire. Yep. Fucking hell, yeah. Oh,
shit.
the first kill he feels guilt over.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
That's
Whoa!
That's good.
That was good. Well, probably the wild thing is that he probably like sees the guilt, but he doesn't feel it. You know?
Oh yeah, right. There's definitely a
alien.
dissonance of like.
Right. Oh,
I mean, if nothing else, he might even not be able to recognize it as guilt because if he's never felt it before.
Sure. Maybe he just feels fear. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, reading the bone cracks. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
They came from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
俺はロシアではお尋ね者で白石の入れ墨は土方歳三も鶴見中尉も写しを持っている今さら引き止める理由もない
お前にはいろいろ助けられた白石ありがとう元気でな変なやつに捕まるなよ
さてとこういう時やな
Yeah.
うまく立ち回らなきゃダメなんだぜ
Right.
俯瞰で見て誰がこ
Indeed.
さて北海道に戻って鶴見中尉にでもうまくすり寄るかね
Nah.
Nah.
Who am I kidding?
I'm gonna track the shit out of them and follow
Yep.
from behind.
俺の足が止まったら
Oh.
足場さんは網走韓国まで足場さんを頼むぞ
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of guilt. A little bit of.
ロシア側には
Ah!
別の姉ちゃんと遊べ
There you go. Keep it close to your chest, Shiraishi.
Yep.
たくまたチンポが痛くなっても知らないぞ
これがあるから大丈夫
This anime. Just
And
golden
then
sparkles and everything.
New cracks. Yeah.
Well, Shiraishi going changed fate.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. But whose fate?
Who's to know? Who's to say?
That
All
was
right.
such a satisfying resolution to the sniper duel.
What a wonderful way to end it.
My God.
It's the Ogata he is him. Like
Yeah,
Ogata is
uh-huh.
the fucking like White Death.
Like-
He full on did what is a legit sniper trick.
Mm-hmm.
The most unrealistic thing about it was that he didn't move for an hour.
Right, and
But
he didn't like freeze, but you know, they had the whole okay, no, he has full on like his body is in critical condition, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he got fucked up by that.
Exactly.
But that was so helpful. And the way in which he used the Wita coffin
yes.
as the trick there,
Right.
by basically dragging it to create enough tracks and then backpedaling.
Right, and covering it so it's the okay, eventually he'll be able to tell that there was a trail there that was covered up.
But he
Oh,
doesn't-
okay.
But he doesn't realize that it was
was
him going back to that spot.
Right,
And,
exactly.
yeah.
Yep. So
Really,
love
really
it.
smart.
That was awesome.
But
yeah.
the idea that he would be sat there, munching snow, just
Mm-hmm.
doing this and keeping this hood down so that he can keep doing this, you know,
Uh-huh.
and
Yep,
then
and
also
just
also
reaching
probably
down to
having
get
his
snow.
other arm keep getting more snow to transfer here, so he's able
Yep,
to do
yep.
this.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Like I don't know if
for
you guys can see this in frame, but like
Yeah.
this specific motion there, that's movement. You
yeah,
then
you have to
your
keep
muscles
it isolated to like just the forearms basically,
just
so that
underneath
it
the
doesn't,
elbows. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It doesn't at all like shift your frame for
an hour and then be able to then move
To
without
make the
being
shot.
numb and your
Yeah,
body
uh-huh.
falling asleep.
yeah.
To then make the shot accurately, to kill with knowing where he probably is based on sound, not
Oh, yeah.
sight.
Yep. Yep.
That's
like-
that's fucking nuts. But
was
the thing is
awesome.
that the act of doing this will numb your body and cool your breath so that you don't have hot steam breath.
yeah, exactly.
And this is a legit thing that people have done, so that is fucking awesome.
And the idea that he also used like the limited information that the other dude would have. For example, Ogata couldn't actually afford to get rid of his weapon.
No.
Right? With the like with the previous episode of how it was established that they didn't actually have a lot of weapons, right? That it's like, oh yeah, no, he can't just leave a rifle there.
No.
Right? Like So that actually was him. Like if the dude had thought, you know what, this actually seems that little bit sus. I don't know if like if he had stopped to think about the coffin for a little bit, right? He might have actually gotten into that like Vicini, Princess Bride, like which cup was poisoned,
Right.
But because he's like, oh no, I finally figured it out. That's not him because of the whole rifle thing, all that stuff. Okay, cool. Like he didn't go into the, but if he knows that I'm good, then he'd know that I would notice that that's actually a bad position,
Well,
right?
that's the part where I think he's probably I think the only reason why that worked is because he didn't think about the fact that in order for Ogata to have done this, if that was him, he would have shot the sniper on his way moving around. But
Okay.
But that's why he basically was like, I'm going to be just out of, sight enough so that he won't be able to see me. But if that was him, that's basically I don't think it's him, so I'm going to test it by moving around. That's kind of the confirmation. But it's still but where is he?
Well, but the thing is that that's actually, now that you mention it, that's actually a good reason of why Ogata's ploy to have that be the decoy is a really good idea.
Yes.
Because it's from inside there, he also doesn't have vision either.
Right.
So he would actually need to wait until he takes the first shot.
Right.
Because otherwise, like he can't just like get up without getting shot, right?
Yes.
He needs to actually distract the other person so that way it's okay, I hear where it comes from. Now I'll actually reveal myself and I'll be able to get him before he gets me. But goddamn.
The part that also Ogata has at an extreme disadvantage at is that this guy also has binoculars. Mm-hmm. So he has better opportunity to look and see something from actually like a good distance.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing I didn't really pay attention to was they made a point that there was a darkness to everything here. So one of the things that Ogata is taking advantage of is he's already at a disadvantage trying to spot Ogata because of the darkness.
Right.
So he could be making micro movements. And he just wouldn't notice them because
it's dark.
Yeah. But once it gets light, it's okay, now I can very clearly, see, wait a minute,
why is his rifle that far extended?
Why is his angle pointed in such a way where he could be seen coming down? It's that he has moved. He is falling asleep effectively with, his muscles, just kind of.
Oh, yeah. Because, imagine, not just being in that situation and staying still or whatever, staying still when, you're starting to freeze. So, no shivering.
Yeah.
None of that stuff.
None of that stuff.
That's, this was so, quick and clean, while at the same time being okay, they have to spend the patience of waiting for an hour in the freezing ass cold and everything. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. I wish there were more conflicts that were resolved like this, where it really is just a puzzle, and once the puzzle is solved, it's not a fight. It's just
over.
Yep.
Yeah. But fuck, the way that this then spiraled out into I'm hallucinating from the
insane fever, because
of course, his body is going into shock, trying to keep him warm.
Yep.
Yeah. Wonderful. Then it has him hallucinating his dead half-brother, that he shot friendly fire style just so that he could make his that man's father feel something, and whether he felt something about Ogata's mom. Now it's all coming back, and we're gonna find out all the details about this, but we see this visage that we find out is the one kill
that gave him guilt.
of the man that killed probably hundreds,
and his own fucking mother.
Yeah. Then has this red eyes, trailed,
all the
ghostly thing.
Right, the blood that's still coming out of the head.
Yeah.
The moment that he killed him is still burned into his brain. Yeah.
Fuck. And you can still tell that Ogata doesn't feel emotion about it, but the visual memory of it is haunting,
and
in the way that would make this emotionless person, who definitely is not, stone cold. He has a beating heart. He is a human being. But he is missing something.
He's gone through some shit, and it took its toll. And all the ways in which, yes, Tsurumi is absolutely trying to corrupt him, because, okay, then, if you have somebody who is able to inspire the troops, and you get him on your side, that will be very helpful for when you take over the army.
Right.
But then on top of that, it's the, oh, hey, because, and this, a bit of this is inference on my part, because there was the point where Tsurumi's like, hey, we don't need to kill him, right? You know,
well, it's because he's doing good. Like, he's actually an inspiration for the troops, and we kind of need things to keep going well.
Well,
here.
we need things to keep going well, and this is my personal thing. Until we need them to not go well,
right?
Until we have the point where the troops need to have everything go to shit. That way, it's we've been fucked over, and then they'll turn to me.
I think the convergence of that is that what Tsurumi needs is that when they get given a dumb order from the higher ups that Tsurumi can then blame on them, then they need a colossal failure.
Exactly.
But when it's me making a lot of micro shots and stuff like that,
everything has to go
really well.
And so what Ogata is, my interpretation of what he's doing here is he's actually doing a bunch of things that could theoretically save his brother.
Yes.
Because the way that they could get the objective that Tsurumi wants without killing him is to make it so that they can smear him.
Yes.
So that way the other soldiers lose faith in him.
Yeah.
And then, oh, hey, there we go. That will help everything fall apart when they need it to. And the brother will still be alive, right? Because he didn't actually need to die. And so he has all of these different ways in which he's trying to test him to either make him be somebody that they could, corrupt to win over to their side, or just, make it so that it's like, he's, you don't actually have your virgin lucky charm, and it didn't work. And so, just bullet to the back of the head.
And what also could be a very fun little subtle thing here is that he does actually want him to maybe die eventually. But it's the thing of where
Ogata or Tsurumi?
Ogata wants the brother to die eventually.
Okay.
And it's the, if you don't have your lucky charm anymore, eventually you'll... I could see that maybe being a part of it. But another thing is just that he does cover for him at the point after the bar, so he's like, okay, well then, get him out of here. He's not doing this here.
Right.
But then, given that Tsurumi makes the point of, if he has a strong sense of justice, he'll be hard to win him over because, after all, he's very noble blood. And Tsurumi says this specifically to piss off
Ogata,
which sets up then maybe
the reason why Ogata actually does kill him.
Well, maybe. Well, I think he was already thinking about killing him a little bit.
No,
but it's the
push.
Right, the push of like, now when it comes to it, if I need you to kill him, or if you have a good timing to do it, you'll definitely do it.
And if you think about it, if Tsurumi, given that Tsurumi said maybe, okay, well, maybe we don't have to kill him, but also did the thing that would make Ogata kill him, it's the perfect way to make it be something where...
He thinks it was his idea.
Yeah, exactly. Because if Tsurumi is like, hey, I need you to kill your own brother, right? Who is one of the few people that you actually do have a connection to, because again, that's another instance of Tsurumi isolating people so that he can control them, right? That might, make Ogata a little bit more sus, right? Make him a less effective, minion.
Right.
But...
And then we have the whole innocent smile thing being something that Ogata just can't stand here. And he's like, okay, now I need you. I need you to be the one here that smears yourself here. I almost need you to do this for me.
Yep.
And
he really did want him to do it.
Yeah. And I think that's the part that just pisses him off so much, is that this guy is a reminder of that father, that man,
and the happy life that he could have had but didn't.
Yeah. And so he's like, fucking do it. Do it.
Join me down here. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that his brother bought in so fully into the superstition and believes this whole thing here,
or at least just that the troops believe it. And so he will do this for them.
Yeah. Right. But he does say, to the men around me, it'll be an object of worship, giving them courage because everyone feels guilt when killing.
Right.
I love this being the crux of it, of it's not that I will become this icon, or even the soldiers will see me as an icon entirely. That's part of it. But the other part of it is that I literally won't be able to hide who I am now, because everyone feels guilt when killing. And then Ogata just looks at him like, bet.
How many people have you killed? You talking from experience, bud?
Like, how many breads have you eaten? You know,
Exactly.
Like, it's so sad because you can see that Tsurumi almost is like questioning, like, what?
Tsurumi?
Oh, sorry, Ogata. It's just like, wait, guilt? What? Like,
Yeah, because
he kind of is almost confused, like,
and maybe this is me reading into it too much, you know. But I think that there's elements to Ogata's desires that he isn't even aware of because he's so disconnected from it all, right? Mm-hmm. And I think he really does like the idea of like feeling guilt and all that stuff. He wants to be able to connect with his brother in this, but there's this divide because like, hey, yes, is he a reminder of you know the father and the life that he could have had but was taken away from him and all that stuff? Absolutely. Yeah. At the same time, here's a person, the one person really who genuinely, sincerely cares about him.
Yeah, does want a relationship with him. Yeah.
Even though he's a totally fucked up dude, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, because even someone like Tsurumi, that's the next best thing maybe, but he totally knows that Tsurumi is using him. That's why he ended up turning against Tsurumi later, right? Because it's I
used you in a lot of ways to get my bit so that I could kill my brother.
Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game. I respect the hustle, dude, but also like, you know, we're done here. You know,
you're dealing with someone who has no feelings of loyalty or anything like that.
You did me a good turn.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did you a good turn, and now we're done. Our relationship ends there.
Right.
But
I fucking love Ogata as a character because he carries those contradictions really well. But I really think this is the crux of what makes him not just an inhuman monster, is that he questions this like 3 times. When he says guilt, it genuinely confuses him. He's like, guilt? What? What are you talking about, guilt? Yeah. And then he says, you're just saying that, right? This line, in my opinion, is
just beautiful.
Is beautiful because this is doubt. This is doubt.
Yeah,
he is genuinely like, wait a minute.
No, you can drop your act around
me.
Like
we're brothers. You can be real here.
Yeah.
You're just saying that, right? And because then this is the part where he almost like says the mantra, everyone is like me.
I know it.
And the framing to show just his eyes. Meaning like, those are the things that we've seen, those cold, dead eyes with Ogata. That's what makes him unique in the presentation of this anime. And yet he's just like, no, that's the sad thing. This is what makes you unique, Ogata. Nobody's just like you.
Right. But the fact that he says, I know it, that means that it comes, like, Ogata is a very, cold, logical person, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of it is driven by emotion for sure. And ignore that.
That's the fun contradiction.
Right. And because it's so beneath the surface, there's that part of him that doesn't realize it when it happens, you know?
Yeah, it's alien.
But the fact that he says, I know it, how the fuck do you
reasoned
know it?
Then. You had to come to a point where you overcame uncertainty.
Well, or maybe you didn't reason, and it's more not I know it, I believe it. I want that to be the case, right?
Like based on my perceptions as a person that has stunted emotions.
I see the ways in which, people become kind of like me. But that's not what the brother's talking about, right? It's the guilt over the fact maybe that they're becoming like this, right?
Yes.
But because in Ogata's case, his backstory and everything was so fucked up, he
reached it really early.
He reached it really early and didn't get much chance for arguments to the alternative, right?
Yeah. It's very reasonable from a character explanation to be like, yeah, since I was a kid, everyone looked like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when that's your perspective on reality, of course you'll see the things that line up with that because you get a car and then you see that car everywhere, right?
If someone gives you the crayon box and all the colors are black, you're gonna start painting everything in black. You will then see basically everything as this dark void, and you're like, well, yeah, nobody else is special. Nobody else is unique in that regard.
Sure.
They all have the same cold, dead eyes.
Right.
They all do things that basically they have no remorse or, any kind of feelings of guilt. What?
And what's great about this is that the very fact that he sees in this moment that it is genuine in his brother, right?
Yeah.
That's both the thing that would be his chance at sort of like the word has religious connotations, but his salvation, right, in this regard. But then also the thing that makes him be like, no, I do actually want to kill him. Because it's so precious to be able to be like this. The fact that he is genuinely like that, that's kind of incredible. What would that be like for my old man if I were to break that stained glass window?
Yeah.
You know, like, let's see.
He fires, and the choice, because clearly you can do this in a manga format. In fact, I almost think the manga format would be even better because it would be such a just
like a page turn or something. Yeah, like
and then
he,
you just
fires
see,
and it's just he's looking back at him with
he
the
sees
blood.
and he's falling, and then the
With
next
the bloodshot
page,
eyes,
it's
and
just and it's just that fiery glowing eye or something
Yep.
like that with the blood spray. But
all
in the
trailing back
anime
to
with
the
this,
single-
with it being a part of the like it's like a possessed motion where it's just
Oh,
the
yeah.
body became animated with something that's not
Yep.
human.
Well, it's
Oh my god.
so one of the things that one of the reasons that I absolutely love that. Yes, it's terrifying and all that kind of disturbing stuff where that would scare anybody. But two, the fact that it's something like this that scares Ogata, I think, is rather poetic, given the fact that he's been so unperturbed by this kind of stuff. And
The
this
thing
is
that probably most perturbed him before this point was fucking Ashimpa making him do chitta tap.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, no,
exactly.
I don't want to do it.
Right.
Do it. You fucking do it.
yeah.
Fine. Chitta tap, chitta tap.
Yeah, exactly, right? And so then, oh hey, the person that was an enigma to you
Yeah.
suddenly becomes a bit more recognizable, but still in that disturbing, like you couldn't kill him, right? Because you shot him maybe, but
Right.
you could not, beneath this mask is more than flesh. Beneath this mask is an idea, Mr. Creedy, and ideas are bulletproof, right?
Right.
He
Sniper-proof even.
couldn't deal with the fact that the stuff that his brother said still lives on in his mind, and that he actually didn't have a response to that. He almost had to agree to what his brother was saying, and that's why he ended up needing to kill him, because you got to use a bullet to end the argument, right? And the fact that there's this like this recognition / accusation in the eye of his dead brother as he turns around.
And keep
Yeah,
going.
and it just like, of course, that would shake him, right? Because this is the person that would not join you in the cesspit, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that there's another cold interpretation of this that's way less complicated, but it's also equally sad. Is that Ogata realized that this man would never join him in Tsurumi. Is that he looked at this and he was like,
Oh yeah,
Well.
and that's where the guilt comes from, because it's the, oh shit, I just destroyed something beautiful. This was a good man. Yes, he had everything that I wish I had had, but fuck. Like,
I mean that might be a bit intense for Ogata, given his,
he's killed plenty of people.
Right. I don't think he necessarily expected to kind of have any kind of special feeling or any kind of belief
totally.
about this person being some beautiful icon in and of themselves, other than the like, okay, well, you're not going to be useful here. So when the time comes, and there is a very fun kind of bit of time skippery here, because we had seen the friendly fire done before.
Yep.
We don't know exactly when the timing of this lines up with potential stuff that Tsurumi could have said to him in between that.
Yep.
But the framing of it being directly after the hug does point towards some very emotional decision making from Ogata's part, which is very fun and cool to have as a contradiction for our character who is so stone cold.
And the other thing that I want to bring up is that if we think about the circumstances for Ogata killing people in general, at the very least with the start of his mother, it's she was kind of like, I was doing her a favor because what she was doing was not living, right?
Right.
And then, oh, hey, he's killed a bunch of people since then. And what did he say to his brother? Well, everybody's like this.
Yeah.
Right? If everybody's like that, that could be an aspect of Ogata rationalizing the things that he's doing, because that's just how it is.
Yep.
And then suddenly there's the one person where, and his dad, well, he hates his dad for a good reason because of XYZ, all that stuff. But here's someone who very much didn't have that.
Well, also that same dad taught him these things.
Sure. Yeah.
Which has got to kind of
absolutely
Ogata
fuck
a
with his
little
head.
bit.
Yes.
Well, also then bringing up the whole idea of Tsurumi then talking about noble blood, and in some ways Tsurumi being right in this all kind of fucked up way by being like, Tsurumi probably had already kind of pegged that the guy was never going to join their side. Mm-hmm. So Tsurumi's like setting, in some ways, Ogata up to fail specifically, so that he'll be like, now I'm going to basically remind you so that when you kill him, you realize you definitely need to kill him. But also, by drawing the distinction between not noble blood and not the idea of noble blood and not noble blood, but noble blood and dirty blood, he is pointing at you, Ogata, and calling you the dirty blood here, and saying, yeah, so yeah, I know what type you are.
He's got his whole Zorg speech in his head of like, I need a killer, cold, clean, methodical, and thorough. And this is part of him helping just improve Ogata and turn him into that.
Taking on that mantle.
Yeah,
and that's just all the Ogata stuff this episode. And then we also get the fucking just amazing, just wholesome Shiraishi stuff with the Sherpa and Kiroranke. Kiroranke was a actual successful assassin, while he failed in his part.
Yep. Wilk fixed it.
Now, I would...
There was a part that was what made me wonder if they were implying that like the reason why he ended up getting all like, scarred and everything was maybe because of that incident,
Right.
That the blast like burned his face and all that.
I have to check back the previous episode, but I want to say that the Russians specifically said that this guy was a part of a failed assassination attempt.
No, I believe they said that it was a successful assassination attempt, and that's why they were so pissed.
Okay. I believe you. I'll have to go back and check that part just because I remember something where that was something that they had.
What was
said.
The thing that you were thinking would be?
Well, I was thinking the thing is that Kiroranke is trying to attach himself even more to her father in a lot of ways.
Gotcha.
That your father was a revolutionary like me. And we did this because that's what we wanted. So your destiny is here.
Oh yeah. And I love
so
that.
he's subtly manipulating her by changing what actually happened into a thing where they are
at the very least, regardless of what the actual facts were, he is certainly guiding her perspective on what ended up happening.
Who her father is.
Yes. Well, and the whole bit of like, oh hey, Shiraishi's like, Sherpa, let's run. Sherpa doesn't. And then Kiroranke's there. He clearly witnessed what happened. And then he's like, Shiraishi, you go. It'll be dangerous, right?
Yes.
Like it's very clearly the if I could just kill you and not have it turn a Sherpa against us where then she wouldn't help us, I would. But I can't. And so I'll give you the out of like, hey, go and be safe.
Right.
But Shiraishi doesn't do that.
Yes.
And he says it's to, get with some hot Russian blondes and stuff. But, we know what the situation is. And I get the feeling Kiroranke is going to know what the situation is before too long. And then it's okay, what happens? Because, you still need a Sherpa on your side, but you might have to use some more direct methods because you tried to isolate her in a similar way that Tsurumi, isolates the people that he needs to manipulate. And it didn't work. So,
No, he does say it must be the regicide who said it. Yeah. I guess the thing that I was maybe like getting at was that I felt like they were more setting up that Kiroranke was the only person.
Yes, Kiroranke was not actually the person who killed the Tsar technically.
Right. So it feels weird that
it was a group project for sure, but
right. But it feels weird that like
maybe it's because he doesn't want to.
I mean, there's literally two posters. So it's a dumb kind of line of reasoning to go down and suspect when they literally have the two posters. Yeah. But it's just something where it feels manipulative to try and.
Like there's 100% a ton of manipulation happening.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing I need to simplify this to is it's just Kiroranke trying to guide a Sherpa so that he can feel like he has a claim on.
She'll trust him
Wilkes,
and all that.
On the perspective surrounding Wilkes so that he will keep having her go with him.
Yep.
But yeah, Shiraishi you fucking bro, man.
Like-
you actually like had the chance to dip. Kiraranke was cool with it. Obviously, he understands that Shiraishi doesn't want to actively betray from the standpoint of,
Yep.
you know, getting her like to a different group. He was just thinking self, you know, he's thinking for himself in that regard.
Sure.
But the fact that he still takes the words of Sugimoto, even if Sugimoto is dead, as the like, well, fuck yeah, I'll take care of her, I'll protect her. Yeah.
Because he doesn't know. He doesn't share Shirpa's like, you know, resolute faith that he's alive.
I mean, yeah, but he does kind of
a
little bit.
No,
like,
yeah, it's well, and this is why I love so much that it's the, hey, I'm gonna play the fool.
Right.
And he's having this awesome moment of character growth and strength and everything.
Yes.
And nobody really
knows.
realizes it, right? He totally just plays it off as
This is just for
I'm
us,
just
the
horny,
audience.
you know.
Yep.
And it's like, oh well, okay. I mean, sure, why not? You know, like this is a heel. This is a heel that
This is a
knows
proper
how to
heel character.
knows how to do it. You know, but.
We love you, man. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.